Jordan Farmar won back-to-back NBA titles with the Lakers back in 2009, 2010. But before he was a basketball star in L.A., long before that, Farmar set records playing at Taft High School before really excelling at UCLA. Now he has a new passion, building homes in Las Vegas. But he says he'll always call L.A. home. Our Jamie Maggio caught up with this week's edition of Laker Legend.
Legends, sponsored by CallJacob.com.
Over ahead to Farmar. Farmar inside. Oh, what a finish. The Taft High School product. Let him know.
You played Taft High School, Woodland Hills. Your senior year, you take the school to their first ever LA City title. Then you go to UCLA. Your sophomore year, you lead the team to the national championship game. Then you get drafted by the Lakers and you win 2 titles with the purple and gold. LA basketball is so deeply ingrained in your blood. Do you realize just how special it was to kind of have that success one after the other?
I definitely do. I think when you're in the moment and you're doing it, you're all caught up in it, you don't really take a second to appreciate and realize how meaningful, impactful, and special it was. I think now being a little bit removed from the game and watching from afar and still having people reach out and say, you know, how you impacted their childhood or development or whatever, like, it definitely weighs a little bit heavier when it's from that perspective.
You're living in Las Vegas now, and you actually recently built a home for your family, but you actually got your hands dirty. You picked up carpentry and you actually helped to build the home that you're living in?
Yeah, so I actually built the home. I built all the woodwork in the home, all the cabinets and closets and casework. But then during the pandemic, people were leaving California in like mass exodus, and the CEO of a tech company out of San Francisco came and knocked on my door and made me an offer, so I actually sold that house.
What?
So I sold that house, and in the process, I've gotten my general contractor's license, so I'm a high-end custom home builder now. I'm building a house for a couple clients, and I'm also building another one for me and my family.
When you got drafted by the Lakers, you know, here you are having this basketball career, you're the son of Los Angeles, and you get drafted by the Lakers. What do you remember about draft night?
Well, I didn't go to the draft, but I was with my friends and family at the house that I lived at. I just remember how surreal it being, getting a call a couple minutes before saying, hey, the Lakers are going to take you, and knowing that that was actually going to be a reality. But then the next morning, you know, you go to sleep, you're all excited and everything. The next morning at like 7 a.m., my phone rings, I answer it. It's like, hey, Jordan, what's up, man? It's Kobe. You ready to work? And like, that was the most surreal thing. It's like, at that time, I was 19 years old, really excited for the new opportunity. And, you know, my childhood idol calls me at 7 in the morning talking about let's work. And that kind of just set my career and the tone of what it was going to be from that point forward.
Do you have any special Kobe memories that you can share with us?
One of the most special is just when my oldest daughter was born, and I have a picture that we framed and have in the house of him holding her and just giving her a kiss on the cheek. Just how much he's transitioned to being this ultra fierce competitor to this soft, helping, worldly guy who I think his kids and his girls softened him up and made him that way. And it was just, that picture kind of embodies it all for us.
What do you remember about the championship years in 2009, 2010?
I remember how close we were as a team on and off the court. You know, we went through our championship run the first time and lost. We lost to Boston. And I just remember looking around the locker room and everybody crying, and it just being like, we were a bunch of grown men but acting like a bunch of kids because we really cared. And to see people that, you know, idolize in their most vulnerable state, and knowing that we're all in it together, we kind of looked at each other and made a vow that we're going to get through it and not let it happen again. And to actually go through that, and we went 2 back-to-back after that, was really, really special.
I'm one of y'all, man. I started where everybody is right now. I was watching Parade when I was 6 years old, so it's real special for me.
The #1 jersey, is there a story behind that?
My first coach was an artist for The Simpsons, so he did this picture, Simpsonized version of me and my sister, which is my tattoo, where I'm #1 and she's #2. He would draw all of our logos for our teams, and it would be on the jersey, but he was a Simpson character artist.
Only in LA.
Only in LA.
We knew something special was about Jordan Farmar at UCLA because that's where we first came to know him.
Yeah, Jordan Farmar, UCLA was cool. He would go to the Final Four with them, but he also played at Taft High. And he used to tutor Nick Young when Nick Young was going to SC and Jordan was going to UCLA. They were in high school. The story of the LA Times about how he was helping guys out. And now he's building homes? That's
architect.
crazy. He's an architect.
You know what? And he's successful too.
Yeah, winner.
Winner. Always has been, always will be. All right, my friends, coming up next, the latest from the Euro 2020, including England's debut in the tournament, and an update on Danish star Christian Eriksen after he collapsed on the field yesterday. Plus, Greg Wolf will introduce us to 4 local students who have won scholarships to a prestigious Caddy Academy. All that and more when we come back.
Thanks for watching Legends on SportsCentral. The law offices of Jacob Emrani are proud to support the team who built the basketball dynasty here in Los Angeles. The legendary team at calljacob.com are here for you 24/7.